Morning, Genesis peeps. You know, yesterday was a remarkable day for me. Not only did I have Meryl, 3 of my kids, and my grandson out on the protest march just across the way here, but a number of Genesis people out there in faith, in prayer, in praise, declaring what we are for. I mean, that's what God says, doesn't he? In Isaiah, when he declares what he is for, he says, "Is this not the kind of fasting I have chosen to loosen the chains of injustice and untie the cords of the yoke, to set the oppressed free and to break every yoke? Is it not to share your food with the hungry and to provide the poor wanderer with shelter? When you see the naked, to clothe him and not to turn away from your own flesh and blood? Then your light will break forth like the dawn, your healing will quickly appear, and your righteousness will go before you, and the glory of the Lord will be your rear guard." That's what God is for. And as we've tried to craft and create our response to the pain and grief that our nation is in, there's no better place to go than the scriptures and to find our answers tucked away, sometimes clearly in sight, sometimes just a little further away. But we've spent time saying, is there a response from the book of Nehemiah that can help us in this time of grief? So Nehemiah has helped us. And today, the fourth just pastoral fatherly conversation I'm having with you brings us to quite a difficult moment. Because it says in chapter 2, when Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the Ammonite official heard about this, they were very much disturbed that someone would come and promote the welfare of the Israelites. And I want to take just a moment to encourage us that when we take a stance for what is true, what is good, what is godly, what is righteous, what is just, what is merciful, amazingly enough, there will be kickback. Amazingly enough, there will be those who will stand against us and resist it and speak all kinds of ills about us. If we had time to exegete Nehemiah, we will see that these men, Sanballat and the rest, are absolutely committed. In their agitation, they ridicule them. Oh, how can you build this? Even foxes will run and the wall will collapse. They intimidate them. Big, loud, voluminous presentations. They demean them. You're so small, you're so little, it'll make no difference. They used anger, fear, distraction, even dishonest reporting, all of which to stop the thing that God had so clearly called Nehemiah to. Nehemiah was not the obvious choice. Who was he? He was a slave, really. He was a non-person. He just had to be close to the king and give the king his wine, taste it first so that there's no poison. And that was his but God looks and he says, "You are my man, Nehemiah. In your integrity, in your humility, in your courage and your boldness, in your respect and your honor, you are my man." Dear Genesis people, we must not fear the possibility of backlash. Some would view us or these conversations as being too political or not political enough. Some will voice agitation or anger or resentment or bitterness. They will demean the efforts. Oh, what difference does prayer make? What difference does a little protest make? Each of these are key bricks in the wall, burnt stones that will help rebuild the walls one more time. Each one of these will help hang new gates, gates of righteousness, gates of justice, gates of equality before the Lord, made in his image and his likeness. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for buying in, contributing towards the story, and let's write a new Jesus story going forward. God bless you.